Hello everybody, my name is Ed, and a few days ago, I got to play Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. At Summer in the City a couple of days ago, I got the opportunity a number of times to play the brand new up-and-coming Super Smash Bros. Game, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This game, to basically put my opinion out there immediately, is brilliant. Honestly, like, I played a very early build of the game, but I want to talk to you guys about my experiences of what I got to play and why I'm so excited for this game when it comes out in December. I got to play maybe around 20 games or so, maybe fewer, but it was a lot of games, so I got to try a lot of different characters, loads of different stages. I got to see lots of the game, and it's so exciting. It's so crisp, it's so clear, it feels lovely and saturated and colourful, and oh god, let's talk about it. Obviously there's lots of new things coming to the new Super Smash Bros. If any of you guys haven't caught up on anything since the last one, there's quite a few characters that you may not be familiar with, and the new one basically features every character that's ever been in a Super Smash Bros. Ever, and also features some new characters that you maybe don't know are coming just yet. I got to play as Ridley, who's one of the main antagonists in the Metroid franchise, and Ridley is really, really good. Ridley's just got these really, really amazing moves, and is incredibly quick, powerful, has some great range on them. They've got this crazy side B move that's incredibly good, and it just slams people into the ground and throws them off the edge, and it's really, really cool. They're great to use. Breath of the Wild Link, remote control bombs are a wonderful change to Link, and obviously him dressed looking like how he is in the Breath of the Wild is just great. I love Breath of the Wild, and my favorite stage out of all of them was Breath of the Wild. I'll get back to this later because the stages are really, really lovely, but Breath of the Wild Link, really, really awesome as well. Kirby is the character that I've used the most in Super Smash Bros. Because I think it was the character I used back on the N64 one and in Melee, so I know how Kirby works. So I jumped in as Kirby a number of times and really, really like how Kirby felt. Obviously Kirby's great, so naturally, Kirby's going to be up there on my list. Ganondorf has a little bit of a change. I got to try him a couple of times because now he has a sword, whereas before it was fists and darkness and things like that. He's incredibly cool. All of these characters are just, they're great. That's just the thing. They're really, really awesome. I also played as Marth because it's Marth. I mean, he's really, really good. The Inklings are some of the new characters that I also jumped in and tried, and they're kind of fun. They feel very interesting. I didn't really get to grips with them very well, but I'm sure there's going to be people who are really, really strong with them and end up using them as a main. You guys might like it, so look forward to that. Bayonetta, I've used her a fair bit before and wanted to see how she felt. She feels fine. And I also got to play a lot of Cloud, who is actually one of my mains, and he is part of the reason that I think the combat feels a bit heavier. Everything Cloud did felt beefy. Beefy is the only way I can put it. It just felt really, really heavy. Every attack just feels like a lot stronger. The screen shakes and everything feels like there's more going on. Maybe that was just me in the moment, but it's really, really exciting. I love how the combat feels, and this game is sort of everything you want from a Super Smash Bros. Game. I mean, it's everything you want in a Super Smash Bros. Game unless you're one of those competitive players that takes it too seriously and will just whinge that it's not as good as Melee. People like you are horrible. I tried to do wave dashing and I think it's in there. Frankly, I'm not the best at Smash Bros mechanics, and so wave dashing isn't something I'm amazingly competent with, but I think it's in there. I think I got to try it. I was kind of focusing more on not losing to my friends slash girlfriend, you know. For those of you who don't know what it is, wave dashing is performing an aerial dodge at an angle back towards the stage. This kind of allows you to perform a few moves while still moving horizontally. It kind of allows a variety of different plays. It's kind of complicated, but kind of also simple at the same time. Whatever it is, it's kind of not the reason I play Super Smash Bros. I basically played have an amazing beat 'em up with my bros in a final showdown. A Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, if you will. Ugh. Recently, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate had a Nintendo Direct event that revealed extra characters, including Chrom from Fire Emblem, and also a couple of other characters from the famous Castlevania franchise. It also went into massive detail on a sheer number of the characters, stages, and new modes that we get to play. Squad Strike is a new format where you pick 3 to 5 characters and face off in one-on-one battles. Other players can also take part in this, which is great and adds to the couch multiplayer experience. The other new game mode is Smashdown. Smashdown forces the player to pick new characters by making the characters from the previous battle unavailable to use again. This adds a huge element of strategy, especially if you have a friend who keeps playing Ridley and keeps using the goddamn side B move. God! Stop picking Ridley! These game modes all sound really fun and just kind of add a bit more to the game than picking it up, jumping into a time or stock battle, and then that being the end of it. This adds a bit more challenge and variety, and it looks like it's going to be really fun to just sit and play with friends. Obviously, like I said before, the game that I got to play at Summer in the City is at a lot earlier stage than the final game, so quite a lot of the characters weren't weren't available. I think we had quite a few at the stages. I don't know if they were all in there, but we didn't get any of the new Castlevania characters or even Crom, anyone like that. But Ridley was one of the new ones, and the Inklings, and they were both really cool. The character models just look and feel amazing, and their animations feel perfectly catered to match their designs. The stages feel crisp and clear, with really defined background action going on that can, at sometimes, be a little bit distracting. I regularly ended up losing focus because of rapidly moving wallpaper behind us, and I'd snap my eyes back onto the wrong character whilst floating tenderly off the edge. My favorite, like I said earlier, was the tower level from Breath of the Wild because it just features really beautiful aesthetics. It looks amazing. It looks like you've just been dropped straight into Breath of the Wild, but it also has this really fun little notch in the middle where you can batter people around and really raise their percentage, and eventually it does break and reveals more of the stage and then rebuilds itself. It's really cool, and it just looks beautiful, and I can't wait for you guys to play this. I also did try the Splatoon level, which I know is one of the new ones, and that one's just a really enjoyable stage, both functionally and aesthetically. It wasn't the best, but it's by no means rubbish. It's just really, really fun. Everything about this game's fun. It's just a really fun game, and that's the point I'm trying to hammer home. Through my 20 or so games that I did get to play over the weekend, I would definitely say I got a feel for what the game is at that particular point. The end result may feel totally different for some reason, but I don't really imagine them changing a huge amount. Is this game worth getting if you're a competitive or casual Smash fan? I'd have to say hell yeah. I'd especially love to see a playable demo come out at some point because I know they did that for the 3DS, so I would love to see them do it for the Switch because some people aren't really sure if they want to jump on it. Admittedly, it is like Mario Kart because Smash is just one of those games that you will just buy, but some people want to test the waters a bit. I know a lot of the eager competitive fans will want to try out all their various core mechanics and things, see if they're still there, see if it feels as buttery smooth as Melee. Although they'll whinge that it isn't. But hopefully soon you guys will get to experience what I got to experience this summer in the city, and I'm so excited for it. I really, really can't wait for December. If you guys are getting on the hype train for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for the Nintendo Switch, I highly recommend you check out this video by Arlo. Arlo's done a really, really great job at collating all the information into this really exciting hype video, and I reckon you guys will really, really appreciate watching this just so that you can get all the information you need and to really, really get excited for this. I also got to play Kingdom Hearts 3 over this weekend, which, believe it or not, was actually my first ever Kingdom Hearts game. So if you guys want to hear me talk about that, make sure that you like this video, subscribe to GameHog if you already haven't, and leave me a comment asking me any questions about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, because I'm happy to answer any questions that you guys do have. Like I've said, it wasn't a totally finished version of the game, but I can answer the questions from the experience that I did get. Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching this very short video on Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, bye-sies.